Welcome, welcome, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Good to see you guys. All right. Yes, yes, yes. We're going live on all front. Put down the chat where you're coming from. What's your big dream? What's your big why? Turn on your camera so we can interact. We do business with people who we like and trust, right? Well, it's hard to like and trust somebody if we don't see them. So you never know. You might meet your next partner. One relationship can change everything for you guys. Okay, so. Good to see you guys. Margaret, Judy, Oasis. Let's go. Rex, Kathleen, Chanta. Okay. Hola, good to see you. There you go. Good. Where are you guys coming from and what's your dream? And also I want to know what are your challenges to get to your financial freedom this year. All right. Get down to chat. Let's make it happen. All right. And welcome. All right. People are coming in here. So definitely participation is the most important thing. The more you engage, the more I can engage with you and everybody win together. Sounds good? Okay. All right. So just real quick for people who are new, we had the class yesterday and today we're gonna um do this business right now. So everybody, you gotta put down the chat where you're calling from and what's your big why. And then I'm gonna go over my story real quick. After that, we will go over how to do corporate housing with midterm rental and insurance housing as well. So you guys can be a part of that. So put down in chat too, you found any deals from before? What are some markets that you're looking into as well? So I can help you, right? All right. Awesome, awesome. People wait in the waiting room, guys. So let them in. Okay. Golden Valley, Arizona. All right. Great. And what for those of you who were here yesterday, what are some aha moment that you learned? What did you learn yesterday? Okay. So it's never too late to learn. Never too late to start either. So all we ask for in exchange for your time is to be transparent and to be coachable because that's how we're able to help you, right? All right. Let's get started here. So how I went from a corporate slave pretty much to absolute freedom with corporate housing without owning any properties, have any employees, or even real estate experience, right? So it's my beautiful, wonderful wife. Um, we were this literally just last year we were in Santorini, travel literally over the world, Paris for the Olympics, went to Costa Rica for 3 months. This all is last year. So we're talking about absolute freedom here, not just money freedom, but time freedom, location freedom and relationship freedom. So whoever you are being mentored by or at your job or wherever, ask them or yourself, do they have all four type of freedom? And the biggest test for that is can they just take off to a country one-way ticket and how long you like it, that's how long you're gonna stay. Right? And that's exactly what we did. So we like the country, we stay for 3 months like Costa Rica. We don't like it, we move on to the next one. Right? So, and I would go over my background here, you guys know I'm an immigrant, come over here with absolutely nothing. When I was 10, very humble. I didn't even know English. So we literally grew up in a not four bedroom, I wish. Four people in one bedroom on a mattress, so, trying to learn English. So you guys know English. You guys definitely in a better place than I am, right? So no excuses. But it's more importantly, it's not about me tonight, it's about you guys. So first of all, pat yourself on the back for being here. So I know it's not easy to, take time out and focus on your dream, right? I will do everything in my power to make it worth your time. Stay to the end. I'll give you the blueprint on how you can do this too. Okay. Oh, by the way, it's not a sales call today. So for those who are used to that, that's not what we do here. It's all value here. So put away the credit card. Don't worry about all of that, right? And I want you to learn. I want to share this and change a lot of lives. Because my mission now to help 1 million families break generational curses and build generational wealth. Okay. I invested over $1 million into my mindset and my strategies for the past 20 years. So my goal today is to compress my 20 years of experience, knowledge, understanding to this next hour and a half with you guys. Okay. And your promise to focus for the next hour and a half here and really change your life and dream, put out something in the chat so I know you guys are there. Okay. All right. So I discovered the one vehicle to help me absolute freedom, and I will share that with you today. And I learned from the right people. I refuse to give up. Whether it's Grant Cardone, who, had over 10,000 units on his yacht, hang out with his family, or being with Tony Robbins all over the world. We literally are part of the Platinum Partners. There's only 1,000 of us, and we travel around the world and self-actualize, grow, help other people do the same. So I'm gonna share with you what I learned from all these giants, all these billionaires, literally. Or Sir Richard Branson played chess with him at his home, right? So all these experiences are what possible for you. And it's not just that, it's about who I help in the community. Like these two met in the community, 2 months in, they got financial freedom. Okay. Insurance booking, 3 months booking upfront. If you're a mom out there, these two are mom, and within literally months, they're able to make six-figure income. Before this, they don't have any experience. They're working full time. They were working full time and have kids running around, right? So you guys think that you guys are busy. I'm sure they're more busy than anybody. So my goal for this is to show you how to make six figures beyond B&B that nobody else is teaching. Okay. And I'll breeze through this for the people who just joined us. We talked about this yesterday, so I'm gonna breeze through this real quick. And then I will dive straight into the content. We're going to talk about how to analyze the property, how to pitch the landlord, how to set up to stand out, and then how to tap into corporate housing. Those are the four pillars we're going to be covering today. So my story is immigrant from Vietnam. As you guys have seen, I try every single thing. Okay, and I thought I made it becoming a doctor, lawyer, right? So I did. 8 years of school, sacrificed everything. Within my first year, I won the Pharmacist of the Year award for a Fortune 1 company. And I thought I made it. I'm like, yes, I'm going to take care of mom, dad. Don't worry about a thing. They sat me down. They gave me a 2% raise, cut my staff by 30%, and they said, you can handle it. And I'm like, I don't want to be like doing this for the rest of my life. Right. So I was trapped. On top of that, my mom had cancer, and I got to figure out something fast. So I try everything else. Who in here tried drop shipping, MLM, day trading, franchise, multifamily, being a realtor, traditional real estate? All of that I try, right? All of these does work. It's just most of them is not passive. You got to spend either an enormous amount of time, 40, 50 hours a week on, right? Or you got to have a lot of money, like for example, franchise restaurant, traditional real estate, multifamily, hundreds of thousands of dollars I invested to open a restaurant, literally 400K. To know to have a full-time job managing just a bunch of like teenager employees, right? So multifamily, same thing. You got to have a lot of greens, a lot of money to be able to do it. Okay. So I I mean, even though I hired the best coach, I was a doctor, like pharmacist, I have a lot of connections, that was still really, really hard to take off, right? So this business is different because you can leverage other people's property, okay? And you don't have to have hundreds of thousands of customers like drop shipping or multi-level marketing, all of that, okay? All you need is literally a handful of connections that we have with corporate clients, and the rest is history. One corporate clients, literally last week, one of my students landed a $60,000 client. Boom, here's 60,000 up front, right? That's what I'm talking about for the whole year. Done, right? You see what I'm saying? So I feel your pain. If you feel like you try, how many here feel like they try everything, right? So I was frustrated, I was burned out, and I was trapped. All right. Prior to becoming free, I was working 60 hours a week and I was lost, I was miserable, and I was at rock bottom. But that's when I met somebody that gave me the epiphany is I could rent vacant home and then scale to freedom, right? So the thing is, you don't have to own the business to make money from it. You can literally leverage other people's properties. And this was, 15 years ago. So that's when I leveraged Airbnb. But then I quickly grew out of that because I saw Airbnb got super saturated. And if anybody can just list their property, you know, what is your comparative advantage, right? So that's when after a few years of doing that, I was like, I don't want to do vacation rental the rest of my life. So that's when I switched over to corporate housing and insurance housing. And since then, grew the biggest, high level entrepreneurship community for this industry, this niche. Okay. So book a free consultation call with me if you want to. I only allow 5 slots left for this class. So the link is in the chat. You want to book that call. It's going to be 60 minutes only for serious people. We're going to go deep. We're going to dig into what is the limiting belief that hold you back from your financial freedom. And then to see how we get aligned with what we do. Either way, I can promise you that I am there for you and to help you. Whether you do business for us, good, God bless you and all of that, that's all good, right? But that's my way of giving back to the community. So I know I can charge $3,000 for this consultation and people pay that all the time with us. But because I want to give back to the followers, some of you guys been following me for a long time, and I appreciate that. Or you just started following me, it's all good. Okay. But if you're serious about your future, then book a call and then we can take it from there. Okay. So the old model, exchange your time for money, as you know, it's broken, right? It's not the way to do it anymore. Put in a retirement account, you owe and you can't even enjoy it anymore. Right. And someday, I mean, who in here know people that this actually work out for? They actually retire with over 20, $30 million, and they still have the legs and the strength and the youth to go and enjoy it. I don't know anybody. Do you? You see? So what's the new model? You got great and equitable, scalable business model where you do not directly exchange your time for money. You want to earn money while you sleep. You want to reinvest into your business for years to come. You have multiple source of income in direct proportion to your value you provide to the marketplace and all your time or hard work. Okay. You know, people the wealthy don't get there by time or just trading their time for hard work. Bill Gates in 24 hours in a day. It's like you and I, right? What separate the people, their wealth, everybody's valuable in the sight of God. but the value you provide to the marketplace is how you can get paid, right? So the more you can create value to the marketplace without you being there, that's the key. You got me? That is the key. So this is the holy grail to financial freedom here. Let's take a screenshot of this, share this with people. It's multiple source of income backed up by real estate. That's the key. Okay. That's the common theme I see with all the billionaires that I being mentored by, is they all have that. Okay. Good. Kathleen, 3, hands-on retail business, a lot of work, or looking to income, retirement, leave a legacy. Fantastic. Okay. Now, I went through so many nightmares for the past 15, 20 years, 15 years in Airbnb, 20 years as entrepreneur and real estate in general. I literally probably lost out on millions of dollars by now. But the good news is I can save you from these nightmares. You don't have to go through what I do, because I did not have a mentor. I did not have a support group. When I first come up on here, like 15, 20 years ago, there was nothing about this type of business, right? But the good news is you don't have to repeat my mistake. The smart person learn from other people's mistake. The wise person, the smart person learn from their own mistake, but the wise person learn from other people's mistakes. That's right. Yes, and we're gonna breeze through this and go through that. But even with that scale, 20 something properties very quickly, and the rest in history. Up to date, we have helped hundreds of students now do hundreds of properties nationwide in almost every major state. Why is this different? Clients stay for months instead of days. You make 2 times the market rent while minimize management. You make 10 times less management, 10 times more freedom, 10 times less risk, and 10 times, less headaches. So because it's a business to business versus business to consumer, you escape a lot of regulations and have a lot of tax exempt. That's why we have built this community for a reason, right? So STR, short stay, says a few days or a weekend. What's the difference between MTR, midterm rental, short term? Midterm, anything longer than 30 days. Our average is 3 to 6 months. Short term, you're dealing with vacationer. Anybody dealing with short term before? Have a bunch of people trash their place, partying, vacationer, right? Wouldn't you rather have corporate clients that like their job is on the line? These are professionals, right? And they're not going to do anything to jeopardize their job. Or you have a family who need a home to stay when their home get damaged, right? They are already homeowners, so they're not going to do anything stupid to jeopardize the only home that they have. You see? So short term require continuous management after stays. Every single weekend you gotta clean. And if the cleaner don't show up, guess who? You gotta do it. You see? But midterm, every 3 to 6 months, right? Every 3 to 6 months. So why do we rent? Why do we do that instead of owning? Because for one house that you buy, you can do 10 of these arbitrage where you can rent and sublease. Okay. So for the same amount of investment, do you want to have 10 rentals or one? 10, right? And even if you buy one house, how much longer do you have to buy another house? Usually for another, like, you got to save up for another 5, 10 years. How much faster do you just go out there and rent a house for a few $1,000s? You can do that today you want. You see? So very flexible, super low risk, and it's the idea of asymmetrical risk to reward ratio. Most people do, Grant Cardone will tell you, most fix and flippers rehab go broke after 10, 15 years, or they go broke with one deal because you never know what's behind the wall when you rehab, right? And everything is getting so much more expensive. labor expensive, everything, tariffs high. Let somebody else deal with all the headache. It's already done for you. You simply come in, rent it, sublease it, having passive income. Or you can partner up with them and be a co-host or a consultant, and with zero money down strategy, that's something I will be coding as well. Oh, thank you, baby. I love you. That's that's why I have freedom. So I have my beautiful wife just give me coconut juice while I'm working. I'm watching the beautiful sunset on the beach. So I love you. Cheers, guys. So that's why it's freedom. Okay. She's a wonderful nurse, 15 years, broke her back serving thousands of clients, patients. And what she got from it, you know, not much. After COVID, it, it is pretty much done. Like either risking her life, continue risking her life, only, all of that, which she did. I'm like, no, you deserve to be free now, right? So that's what freedom can do. Who is it in your life that you're fighting for? Because you can do more for people you love than for yourself, right? So put down in the chat too, who's you fighting for? Okay. Yeah, welcome GEHC. Can you just place your name so we can connect here? Yeah, definitely start. MTR is the way. Long term, you don't make no profit. They're gonna trash the place, not theirs anyway. Short term, vacationer. Short term is like you're going to the river you with a fishing rod and trying to catch a couple fish for a day. You get fed for a day. Whereas corporate housing, you go to the ocean with a big net with a bunch of teammates like us and with a mentor, and we catch a big whale and you get fed for the whole year sometime, at least 3 months to 6 months with 90% renewal rate with 0% eviction rate. That's the key. How many here want to deal with eviction? I don't think anybody does. But anyway, when we talk about this is the formula. This is all you need to get financial freedom. Take a screenshot, put on somewhere, see this every day. Because you do the work one time and then you get paid for a long time. Right? Some houses I get paid for the last 10 years. And actually within the last 5 years, I have my team who run everything. I haven't even been into those houses for the past 5 years because my team run the whole show. That's why I have time to help people start coaching and help a lot of people change their lives. Because I'm like, what am I gonna do with my time? Right. And God showed me that as well on the beach too. That's why I love the beach. As I asked God, like, hey, what do I do now? I got my freedom at 33. A couple years in, I was like 35. I was like, what am I gonna do the rest of my life? Took care of mama, got her a house, a maid, a cook, dad, sister, all of that, grandma, all of that, right? So God showed me that, hey, it's not about me anymore. With freedom come with responsibility. So that's when I share and went viral. And now we have about 500,000 followers on multiple platforms, you know, being mentored by 4 billionaires. Literally, they know me, have their like phone number and their name, know me by name, because we help a lot of their community. Now that's something that you can't buy for money, right? They don't that you can't buy them nothing. Okay. So that would really impress them, right? Anyway, so month one, just do one deal, make 2K a month passive. Month two, you do two more because if you can do one, can you do another one? Yeah, right? Now you're 6K a month. Month three, you do two more, now you're 10K a month. In 3 months, guys, you make six-figure income. Imagine that. What would that do for you and your family 3 months from now? Okay. If that's not enough, do another 3 months. Now you're 20 something K a month. Okay. That's $250,000 a year That's $2.6 million in 10 years. Okay. And the best part is you're not all depending on one income. If you guys are working right now only on one income or even two income with your husband, you're in a very dangerous place, right? Because what happened if you lose your job? Knock on wood. The economy changed. The government shut down. You experience that. Even government worker is not safe anymore, right? Who can take care of the family? Who can pay the mortgage? If you don't, I mean, whose house is it really? It's the bank. It's not yours until you pay it off. They can take it away from you anytime. You see? Now, I mean, how long do you want to continue to risk put your family in jeopardy by not having a business, by not having passive income, by not having 10 houses? The whole goal here, when you had 10 houses making you 20K, 30K a month, you can give the middle finger to pretty much, you know, whoever you don't like. And just, it doesn't matter what the government does either. Your boss, whoever, right? If you have 10 houses of your own and making 20, 30K a month, right? Even if you lose one, that's only, so you're not making 20K a month, but you're making 18K that month. Is that okay? You see? And the biggest thing for you, your family, for even especially your kids, is to show them how to do this. So our youngest student is 15 years old, and we give scholarship to all of the family. You join the community, your whole family can join. That's the key, right? So the single mom had a 15-year-old son. Like, why don't you come, bring him to the events, come into a class, teach, boom, they close. He helped with close 2 deals at 15, make more than a lot of adult make. What would that do for you and your family, right? All right. So book a free call with us. You haven't already. I see the spots are very limited here. Spill up very fast. And I look forward to help you. And it'll be a live transformation call. We're all about transformation here. Okay. We're gonna go deep. We're not just all the surface level stuff. Because it doesn't matter if you don't know your deep level why and how you overcome 80, 90% of success in mindset, like my mentor Tony Robbins say. So anyway, all of this stuff. So the four pillar that we talk about: find the right location, ask to sublease, ask to set up, stand out, teach to tap into corporate clients. And with this, we're gonna jump straight in to the content. Okay. So who in here found some deals or have a market that you want to look at? Okay. And yeah, guys, if you can turn on your camera, that would be great for everybody. We can all connect and learn from each other. Okay. Yeah, put down in the chat where you want me to analyze your deal. Here's your chance. All right, Kathleen, Nashville area. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Let me go to, so you want to go to Google Map. Who in here remember the three H's from yesterday? The three secret H's that would literally change your life. Okay, so we're gonna put in Nashville here. Oh, keyboard. Nashville, Tennessee. Hotel, hospital, and highway. Good job, Sarah. Somebody pay attention. All right, Nashville, Tennessee. Anybody can tell me why? Why are the three H's? That's important. So You see all these major highways here? Love you calling the people out. Oh, thanks. Yeah, absolutely. So, Nashville, Tennessee. When two highway meet, where attention goes, money flow. Write that down, right? So the government put down $1 trillion to build this highway system, right? That's where the people gonna go to, right? That's where people gonna actually show up. So the first thing we just know the lay of the land, hospitals as well. And if the hospital put out $1 billion, usually or more, to build a hospital, they have done their research. Okay, they've done their research of the market, right? And of course, there's the traveling nurses, traveling doctors as well. That would be fantastic for this business. That they're going to be the best tenant. They take care of the property, like even sometimes better than you or me, because they are like, you know, jump. What's the word? OCD and very clean freak. Okay. Anyway, so check this out. This right here on the left is where the flow is at for the hospital, right? I mean, there's a couple here and there, but this right here, the medical center, this part. Okay, so I'm gonna look at this part, and then I'm gonna look at hotels. So, and then with the hotels pop in 100 million to build a resort to $1 billion, they gonna do their research too, right? So you can see a little cluster here on the right next to the airport, but there's a lot of cluster here too. Okay. So, and then I'm going to give you an extra bonus for the H. It's called healthy grocery stores. So now we identified three cluster, one here, and one here, with this one being the strongest because this is where the medical center is. So this is where you should focus your energy right here. You see the circle here? It's like on the west side, southwest side. And then healthy grocery store because this is where the people that are sophisticated, more professional, and they care about the health, right? They usually make 6 figure or more to shop at Whole Food, Trader Joe. It's not cheap to buying uh organic grocery. Got it? So check this out. There's a Whole Food right here. You see the Trader Joe next to it. So naturally, this right here, there's a medical center here. So right here is where we focus. This is the best part right here. You see how many, you see the flow? You see how many natural products, healthy food is right here. There's the medical centers right here too. And of course, a hotel here. So boom. No, this is your circle, your farmland. Okay. Right. You have a really good chance of succeeding here. And you know what? It's very forgiving when you do, especially co-hosting or consulting. Of course, you want to work out for the client and everything, but even if it doesn't work out, the biggest loss you lose is, hey, sometime, hey, here's my commission. Even you can give them your commission, you really didn't risk anything, and you have a lesson you can learn, right? So all these billionaires I learn from, the biggest thing they learn is how to mitigate risk and how to have asymmetrical risk to reward ratio. What I mean is, you want to when you risk $1, you want to make 10 or more, right? So traditional real estate, you risk your life saving to buy the house, and then you risk like a whole year for you to do rehab, and then a bunch of money for the rehab as well. I mean, what do you really got risk here, right? So, and then what you do is you found the circle of where you're at, you go to Zillow, you put in Nashville, Tennessee. Who in here remember or know what are the criterias for the home type? Okay. What are the sweet spots? Do you want apartments or houses? What are some feature? How many bedroom? How many bathroom? Right? Good, Kathleen. Right where the circle is. Good job. Yeah, that's fantastic. Right? Now you can definitely kill it with your property. Congratulations, you right there in the hot spot. But now let's expand your business because one deal is not going to change your life, right? But you learn how the skill set and you can create money, passive income out of thin air. That's when it changes your life. Okay. So you want single family home, unclick apartments, unclick townhome. Now, if you have some apartment townhome, it still can work for you. I'm not saying it's not going to work, but it's a lot more work. Okay. When you expand single family home, for one single family home, you can make twice as much as two apartments. Why do more work? Right? Plus, you have less neighbors, less stuff you have to deal with. Here's the key. Allow small pets. Okay. That's what separates you versus hotel. Nobody, I have a little toy poodle. I love him. I wouldn't want to be stuck with him at a hotel though, what can happen, right? The whole place become a mess, you know. Um, so anyway, and then click on furnish. These are low hanging fruit. Okay. Let somebody else do all that hard work. Put their life savings on and, and renovate the home and then furnish the home. And then they did what most people probably do is just listen to Airbnb and hope for the best and they don't make the profits. So then they're like, oh shoot, what I gotta do now? I can't just sell the furniture for nothing. Like probably this person, Adam, right here, property owner. See? Boom. You see? Now you don't want to go for the one that has a lot like too high of a rent. This one's been beautiful. Look at this renovation, guys. How much cost to renovate this place? At least 100K, a year of his life. It's gorgeous. It's all ready for you. 2,800 square feet, about almost 3,000. You see? You come in, you're like, hey, how would you like to get corporate clients that pay you double the market rent? And we partner up, we'll make it happen, right? Now we're gonna go with the whole script on that and how to do that. But essentially, check this out. Like, I know for a fact that based on my many years experience, you can easily get 7,000, at least 6,000 on this, make 2,000 a month. That's all you need. Five of these, you make 10K a month, you're done. If it take you a whole month to do one deal, 5 months from now, you can be free the rest of your life. Even if it take you a whole year. Sure, how long did it take for you to go to college? How long did it take for you to make the kind of income that you make at your job? If you make six-figure income at your job, 10K a month, it usually take you 10 years, right? To get there. Whether like me, I had to go to 8 years of school, or if you climb the corporate ladder, you still have to do about 10 years of corporate ladder to do that. And then we only have one source of income. I mean, if you can do one like this, how many can you do? Unlimited, right? Rest of your life. You see what I'm saying? You see how fast this can go? You can either arbitrage this, rent it for 4K, go out and rent it for a company for 6, 7, 8,000. Boom, you know, make 2K a month on average. Or you can partner up with them and you don't even have to pay rent. You can be partner. I mean, you make a little bit less. You're not gonna make 2K a month, but you make like a thousand a month. For every dollar in passive income, I would trade it. I would trade $10 for active income for every dollar in passive income. Actually, even more. Because with active income, you cannot, there's very limited amount of time, right? It's a lose-lose game. You trade your time for money, right? But with passive income, once you figure it out, guys, sky's the limit. You see? So you got it. It's beautiful, right? Gorgeous. What happens if the house become vacant? So great question. Because of our 10 years of connection, hundreds of members nationwide, and our marketing engine and all of that, it's hardly ever become vacant more than a few weeks. And then you have somebody who booked for a few months, you see, at double the market rent. So you're gonna make way more profit than any other strategy out there. Okay. Okay, so let's make it happen here. All right. That's just one. Like there's so many, and you don't once you can do even the one that is not furnished. I'm just showing you some low-hanging fruit here. You can start it right away and make money right away, right? But you can do the one that is not furnished either. Unclick that and look how many opportunities you have here. Remember, guys, you only need a few of these landlords, a few of these houses to get your freedom, because the rest of it will come from referral. Usually after three landlords, once that's why I teach my students to become the best and the last tenant they ever have, because I bet you that they have more properties or they know somebody who have more properties. The rest come from just referral, you see? So that's why it's amazing. All right, who else got a deal or a market want to look at? Zoom user had Newport News, Virginia. Let's go there. Okay, I wanna do this one and then we can go over how to communicate to the landlord. Okay. All right. Let's pop in here. Our student, I think Candy should be joining soon, and Desi as well. Send a message to Desi. One invited a couple of students here. All right, so Newport News, Virginia. Boom. Newport News, Virginia. Interesting. Okay. All right, let's check it out. Close to the ocean. That's good. Anytime you see a peninsula like this, that's fantastic because where else can the people go? Right? Everybody want to be by the ocean, right? And then every time the peninsula like this, I bet the market is super stable and it is on up and up, right? That's why they're Whole Food right there. Boom. That's a good sign. Hospitals. Boom. There's like 7, 8 hospital on this peninsula, guys. You see what I'm saying? If you zoom out, look, there's like not much over here. This is inland, there's like nothing. You see? Most of the concentration is right here on this peninsula. I love it. Okay. Hotels. Look how many hotels out there. Fantastic. So you got two markets. You got this peninsula, and then you got this right here. So do both. Why not? Right? You got like a couple good market you can do, just do both and then see which one has the most traction, double down on that. You see, that's why it's business very flexible. Then there's some healthy grocery store here, organic stuff, right? Whole food. There you go. Fantastic. So this whole peninsula is fantastic. I love this peninsula. This should be your number one. Okay. Then maybe expand just a little bit in the Norfolk here, right? That's okay too. Yeah, between the two, you're good. You're good. What is your name, Zoom user? Yeah, that's fine. You've already applied the property. What's the address? I can look it up for you. I'm showing you how to maximize it right now. It's a fourplex. That's great. fourplex is good. You have more opportunities, right? So, yep, just pop down the address. It'll look good for you. Let you know. Okay, so let's go. Let's see. Let's go to how do you talk to a landlord? Okay. But before we do that, I think we need a little boost here in inspo. So I'm going to share with you here. So real quick testimonials for you. So you see how it can work for you as well. Okay.
I want to introduce somebody very special, amazing, awesome student who's working 50 hours a week with 2 little kids. It's really blown my mind how working moms can also build a side business that within months able to make 6-figure income. Now she have 20 properties, 20 corporate housing, generating more than doctors make. And also travel. She travel, take vacation almost every single month. I'm just so happy and grateful to have her here with Coach Ann.
Hi guys, I'm Ann. To be correct, I'm actually having 21 properties. It wasn't that I'm taking vacation every month, but actually every week. I wouldn't be able to do all that without doing the corporate housings.
I've been following Dr. Chau for a long time on Instagram because for me, I'm thinking if I'm going to invest, I want to make sure that I invest wisely because I worked hard for my money, right? And so I've been following Dr. Chau for a long time. My life has just been so much easier with corporate housing. With our one house for the last months, we've spent honestly the entire time 5 hours within these last 5 months. So an hour a month, guys, honestly.
What I like is the access. Having access to Dr. Chau, the coach. I got his phone number. I can call him for anything. You got to make time or get on their schedule. But Dr. Chau was ready to answer my call, the program. So
it has been a learning experience for us because it's a whole new business. We also come from corporate America, college and real estate. All of that was completely new for us. I had a hard time with making the phone calls, but you guys said, it's just important to just go for it and make the calls. And we did. We jumped on it, started making phone calls. And after that, it really only took 2 or 3 phone calls. We got our first property in September. We went to go meet the property owner, and he's like an investor. And when he met us right away, we introduced ourselves, met him in person, shook his hand. Felt like we were family. He never did a background check on us, credit check, nothing. He signed the lease that night. Definitely a blessing. And then we had our house listed within 2 weeks after that. He actually referred us to an investor friend. So our second property that we got, they offered it to us. We listed it on a Wednesday, and by Friday, we had 3 inquiries, and it's booked for 3 months now. This house that we got now, we rented for $1,895. I think with the insurance, we're charging $4,200 per month.
We have faith in this program, and we're happy with the coaches. Been really great to us. We're excited to get our 3rd and 4th property by the end of the year, hopefully. Let's go.
Within the first month of joining the program, we had a baby. The next month, we onboarded 3 houses. What is your excuse? Let's get on board.
So last year, Kathy went to our event like this, just sitting in your seat. She had one property where she was struggling with short-term rental, blah, blah, blah. And now fast forward a year now, how many properties you have now? 6. On average, $2,000 a month for properties. You're making 6-figure income, man, in 1 year.
Right now I have 3 properties.
Awesome. And how much you make average per property per month?
We about 3 to 3.5 per property.
It's $3,000 to $3,500 per property. So man, we were killing it. And those 3 properties making almost $10,000 a month.
I started my last September. I started with nothing, had just enough money to get 1 house. Now I'm at 9 houses. I took 5 houses last October. My gross annual right now per month is about $65,000 a month.
This is one of the best masterminds I've been to. I've formed a lot of great relationships, partnerships, just from this one weekend. Better concepts of how to do this business, what to say, how to do it, who to do it with, who not to do it with.
Thank you, Dr. Chau. Thank you for this event. I felt truly at home. My heart is in peace. I trust I felt understood. I felt cared for from really all of you. And just, I think this is my community from now on.
I also want to just express gratitude to Dr. Chau, coaches, the team. Putting on this live event was just life-changing for me. On behalf of my family, I know it's going to do well for us. I'm so excited for the future. Thank you.
It was a point in your life, I am sure, Dr. Chau, that I don't know if you envisioned or where this whole idea came from, but you're absolutely a trailblazer and a pioneer. And it must have taken a whole lot of chutzpah, a lot of courage, a lot of determination, stamina, energy, brilliance. Just deeply grateful that you shared it with a lot of us.
I would be remiss if I didn't offer my gratitude to Dr. Chau and the entire team, actually. It's one thing to hear this through webcasts and through Zoom calls, but to see and be in person and feel the love, the gratitude, the passion is a totally different experience. And I really appreciate it and so happy that I've chosen to come and join at this level.
I've never been to a mastermind that's business oriented, included a spiritual component in it. So that was just a really refreshing. I go to 10X events all the time. I don't think I've skipped one yet in terms of the business summit, but I don't think I'm going to skip one event here.
Yeah, same. I just want to say thank you, Dr. Chau, for this opportunity to stay here at this lakefront property, for giving me a space to stay here. It might be outside my comfort zone, but I'm going to declare 10 properties in the next 12 months. So, hold me accountable.
And we did. We made that happen for him. He got his freedom. Very proud of him. Awesome. All right. So let's go into how do you talk with the landlord? How do you get landlord approval? Right? That's the most important thing. Why would somebody give you their baby, their property that they invested their life saving on? Okay. We went through that, all of that. Okay. No landlord will agree to sublease, so that's a myth. Here's the four main things you want to tell them. One, well, first of all, you gotta understand what are their pain points, right? Most landlord, the pain point is what? Put down in the chat, you know, eviction, right? Dealing with bad tenants, maintenance, no profit, right? So knowing that, you gotta draw that pain out of them first. Hey, ask them, hey, I seen your home is beautiful. Why is it haven't been rented for like 3 months now? What's going on? Usually they're bored out to those main things. So when you can tell them, hey, we will take care of your property like it's our own because our business, boom, right? How would you like it if you get professionally clean every few months and we pay for it, right? And then any repairs under $200 a month, we got to fix ourselves. We're not even going to bother you middle of the night, right? And then our clients are high caliber professional people with well-established career, and they have worked hard to obtain, so they're not going to do anything to jeopardize their job or their family. You see? So who in here is a landlord? And if you have a tenant or partner that willing to do all of this for you, be crazy not even just have a conversation, right? You just have a conversation, right? So that's why. It's really is a no-brainer. Now we are interviewing them. So the mindset when you go into this is you're interviewing them. You're literally only looking for a couple of good partners. And then you'll be very busy, right? For example, one of my students before us, it took them a whole year before they get anything done, that they're trying to get into real estate. And of course, they did all the program, all the coaches and all of that for many years that didn't get nothing. Within 1 month with us, Gloria and Window landed one client that has over 100 units, 100 houses. Some of them are apartments, all of that. But the key here is one relationship, right? And what is the difference? It's the mindset. That's why we train on as well. It's self-actualizing becoming the best version of yourself, and also helping other people provide as much value for people as possible. Like this, we provide all this value for them. If you do arbitrage, right? And you pay for it. We pay for it, right? And because we actually have the connection to the corporate, actually the corporate clients pay for it, right? But that's the key. Okay. So, and within the community, we have like a 7-figure script. So that everything cover all the every little thing detail. And I role play with my student every single week too. So therefore you know exactly how to say things and how to sound professional from day one. Okay. Second myth, HOA won't agree to midterm rental. You got to find areas where HOA are more lenient, or no HOA is even better. Some HOA allow 30 days or more rental. Yes, there is abundance of properties too. Remember that. All you need is just a few partners, a few properties, and get your freedom. Right? So subleasing is illegal or against rental agreement. That's a myth. This is actually very common. Like subleasing is very common in the commercial. It's called a master lease. You guys all know that, right? There's a master lease, and then they sublease it to smaller tenants. Why can't we do that with residential? It's all in writing, right? It's legal for many decades. All you need, we have the sublet clause in there within our community that definitely work, right? So we have all that. So you just plug and play into the lease and you protect it. Okay. Subleasing leads to property damage of loss control. Okay. That's a myth because with corporate clients, we are amazing client. Oh, GEXC, I just saw your address. I will go over that with you in a little bit here. So yeah, corporate clients are the best, right? They're not gonna do anything stupid to lose their job. They're gonna rent another Airbnb down the street, maybe party for the weekend. But for this one, it's the company. You see what I'm saying? And then you have triple insurance, so renters, insurance company, insurance, other platform insurance, you're gonna be well taken care of, right? Leases from the corporate clients or the platform, so we do have control, right? Anyway, book a free call you haven't already with us. There you go. It's impossible to find suitable property for midterm rental. I just show you guys there's an abundance. You know how many properties, how many landlords are like praying every day for people who like rent their properties because they can't cover their mortgage, right? So like thousands and actually like hundreds of thousands. You see? So you give landlords security and peace of mind, right? With this, instead of having a long-term tenant who doesn't care about the property, right? You're gonna care more about any other tenant because your business, you see? All right. Midterm rental arbitrage is too complex and risky. That's a myth. It's much less risky than buying a property. Sure, you buy a property, you put your life saving in there. If it doesn't work out, guess what? There goes your life savings. Hello, right? Oh, I just put down like 50K, it's not much, but you owe 500K. You still owe that money with the mortgage, right? And I'm all about owning real estate. I own a few real estate myself, but if you don't have passive, at least 10, 20K income coming from 5, 10 properties, what are you doing trying to buy a house where you can't even, one wrong move, one wrong mistake, one wrong thing with your job, with the economy, with all whatever, you lose your job, you can't pay the mortgage anyway. Whose house is it anyway? You see? Why don't you build this passive income, multiple sources first, 5, 10 houses, making you 10, 20K a month? Then go out and buy property. Then you buy one a year, with that money. 10 years from now, you have 10 houses you own, plus another 10 houses that you help other people do this business with. And that's $500,000 a year income, and you're working 4 hours a week. That's the key. You hear all my students, right? The reason why you don't work as much in this versus any other business. I have my MBA as well. I look at all the hundreds of different businesses. The reason why is all other businesses require you to be there to make the income with the client, right? If the client show up, you make money. Doctor, lawyer, same thing. You have to see the client to make money. And the client has to see you or talk to you. Well, guess what? Does the client here even want to see you or talk to you? Do they want you to come and knock on their houses every day and, spend an hour with them and take them out to lunch and, you know, and call them every day? Hey, how you doing? I want to spend more time with you, you know? Right. Yeah, right. Kathleen's laughing, right? Like, leave me the heck alone. I want my family privacy. I want to wear my pajamas and dance around naked, whatever. I don't know. Right? So let some of you guys work too hard, okay? Let the property do the work for you, okay? The property do the work for you, literally. You make money in your sleep. You want to make money in your sleep, right? This is literally make money in your sleep. Tell me any other business you can actually make money in your sleep. Okay? There's not. It's literally like all the other one. I do online drop shipping, AI automation. You know how much it takes to keep up with that? It's a full-time job to just keep up with the technology, what's going on. You know? Full-time job. If you're working a full-time job, do you have 40 hours a week to set aside to do that? If not, you're gonna get killed in the marketplace. There's a bunch of 18, 19 years old who can work 80, 90 hours a week. That's why they excel at that technology stuff, which is great. God bless them. I'm all about that, you know? But I'm sure most of us are not 18, 19 anymore, right? We have family, we have kids or whatever. You're working a job. This is the best solution, guys, right? Anyway, less risky than buying a property, absolutely. Less cost to get started. If it doesn't work out, shoot. If you do arbitrage, hey, here's my 1 month rent, 1 month deposit. I move the furniture to another home. That's it. But is when you win like 50,000. You lose like a few thousand. Is that okay? You see? Versus if you buy a house, a rehab, if it doesn't work out, there goes your life saving. If you lose your job, there goes the whole mortgage and house foreclosure. All that. Hey, reality, gotta hit it. I'm being real with you guys. I'm not gonna sugarcoat with nothing. Complexity. When you don't have the proper mentorship, yeah. When I was trying to figure this out, struggle for many years. It is complex if you don't know what you're doing. But that's why, rich people buy their time back. Right? Rich people will hire the best in the field because they can leverage, they know they don't have 10 years to figure this shit out, right? They'd rather pay somebody with 10 years experience so they can get it done within months. That's why we help people without any experience even to do this business and make six-figure income. Like if y'all were here yesterday, who here yesterday? We had a social teacher who never done any business come in, and now with one deal, she make half of her salary. And she worked like, she said, an hour a month on that deal. Okay. Right? You can watch the recording when that come out, right? But anyway, If you, all she needs to do another one, she replace the income. It'd be free. That's it. Anyway, corporate clients are difficult to attract and retain. True, if you do not, if you don't have the sources, or you don't have, if you're not being at this for 10 years with hundreds of our students nationwide running around for the past 10 years. And we tested everything in the sun in this whole market. So we know exactly what those connections are, who you should talk to, what you should say, and all of that. So that's why it works. And then the community, you can partner up. Like, Rebecca, one of my students is in Philadelphia, Gloria is in Florida. Well, they partner up because Rebecca is better at negotiation. And Gloria is better at finding the deal. You see? So imagine where you at. You can tell people, hey, I'm nationwide now. I'm not just in one place. Like Kathleen, instead of just saying, hey, I'm just there at that I think it was in Nashville, right? You say, hey, I'm nationwide. I have partners nationwide. You want to do business in Texas? We have partner there. Florida, New York, wherever, California. And guess what? They say, hey, Kathleen, we have a project in Texas. I need 2 houses. It's 100K for the year. What you got? You know, Boom. You put in the community. Somebody would love to take that deal from you, with you, and do it with you. Somebody in Texas, split the profit. You make money out of thin air now. They manage that whole process with my mentorship. We all do it together. You see? That's why collaboration over competition. Okay. That's why community, teamwork always make the dream work. Okay. Right? Even Tom Brady, Michael Jordan, they can't win playing by themselves. And yet most people trying to do the entrepreneurship game by themselves all the time. Right? So that's what I'm talking about. So myth, scaling a rental business without property ownership is impractical. Okay. It is practical, it scales much faster. Test the market with little risk. Scaling with ownership is impractical. It could take years to buy. Okay. Free consultation for those who are serious. There you go. The fast method. So these are the four that pillars, and we just cover the sublet pillar. Okay. So we're gonna go over the other one, but before we do, oh, this is a formula for corporate housing arbitrage. I will answer all the questions after I'm almost done here. First month rent and deposit 5 to 7K. Buy the furniture 7 to 10K. If you do with us, if you do with other people, it's gonna be double that. And then you charge 2 times the market rent plus utilities. Okay. And you make 2, 3K a month. So if you want 10, 15K a month, all you need is 5 properties. This is arbitrage, right? So the initial investment is 10 to 15K, but you make that back in 6 months. Within your first year, you double your money. How many in here are in business know that the average business take 5 years to break even, right? And another 5 years to actually make any like sustainable profit. This business here, you make money you break even by month 6. That's like 10 times faster. Okay. And 10 times less risk, 10 times less work, because you don't have to be there all the time to make money. You see, you can literally travel around the world like we do. Okay. So literally double your money, that's 100% return. What kind of return are you getting on your money at your bank? Stock, crypto. Oh yeah, I can make 1,000% crypto. Oh yeah. Next week I lost it all. That's what happened to me. Okay. Several times. So I'm not like I've been there and done it, guys. I've done it all. Okay. Anyway, co-hosting, initial expense is zero. You can buy, the landlord will have the furniture too, right? The landlord a lot of time will pay, if they invested hundreds of thousands of dollars into their houses, is it, you think they, like, if you communicate the right way, isn't it wise to invest another 10K into your furniture so that you can make double, triple the cash flow, your return on investment? If you already put in 100K and you have a mortgage for another 400K, wouldn't it be wise just invest another 10K, measly 10K, if you can double your return on investment? Think about it. You know, that's the type of conversation you should be talking with the landlord on. Like, oh, I never thought about it that way. There you go. You see? Now you get a landlord to invest in that because they're property. Or maybe you invest in the furniture, big deal. You invest like a few $1,000 for the furniture, you split it with the landlord, and now you're making $1,000 a month, 12,000 a year. How fast can you make that money back within a few months? You see? But anyway, Desi here, we're gonna bring her on a little bit, and Candy first too. They literally did this and without no money, like no expenses of their own. So if you don't put any money down, what kind of return you get? Infinite return. You see? Literally infinite return, right? How many want infinite return? Oh, I got to put a disclaimer. There's no, it's not financial legal advice. Results varies depending on how much you actually focus and do the work, right? There is some, you got to focus literally 5-10 hours a week. But without that, I mean, nothing is, it's not a magic button you press and you get, freedom, okay? 5-10 hours, that's all. That's all it takes in this business in the beginning. Once you set it up, it's like 1 hour, 2 hours a month to maintain it, you see? How to do co-hosting, you got to understand the profit. You rent for 3,000, you sublease for 6,000, 20% of it go to you. You make 1,200 bucks a month minus utilities, minus vacancy. Total net rent is 3,700. Extra cash flow to the owner is 700. So most long-term landlord only make 10% of traditional rent. So they used to make 300 bucks. Now they're making 1,000 bucks. That's triple their cash flow. That's triple their return. You guys understand? And you making like 1,000 bucks a month, right? Do 10 of that, that's 10,000 a month. Best part is that's only 10 hours, like, an hour a month to manage, maybe 2 hours max. So that's 20 hours a month, 5 hours a week. That's the math don't lie, guys. Just show you the numbers, right? Solving landlord problems. The tenants can squat for 3 to 12 months at a time. Eviction take a lot of time, money, right? With us, guess how many eviction we had for the last 10 years? Zero. Okay, I like that number, right? Not just me, but hundreds of my members nationwide. Maintenance of the property is another challenge for most landlord. They usually have to go and be the plumber and like cleaning cleaning the toilet and all of that too. Sometime, all right? Who wouldn't want to do that? All right. Literally, with us, we have corporate clients that pay double the market rent, so we have the profit to go hire the professional, hire the plumber, hire the AC guy, hire the maid, do everything. And then even when we hire them, we're still making double, triple the profit, right? So pitch your landlord, how you pitch them. Hey, landlord, how would you like to double or triple your profit, your cash flow, while I do all the work for you? All you need is a couple of these landlords and achieve financial freedom, guys. Don't give up. I mean, who in here would like be crazy enough not even, if somebody willing to do all the work and you get double or triple your return on investment, isn't it wise to have at least a conversation? You see? And then all you gotta do is scale to your freedom again. You know, you can be like Desi. She does like in the first 3 months, I think she did like 3 or 4 deals, right? literally replacing income within 3 months. And I'm about to interview her for you right here. So that's a co-hosting. Co-hosting, you make about 1,000 a month. So you can do 2 deals a month. 6 months from now, you make 11 property, 11K, 6 figure income, freedom. For overachiever, our best student did 5 deals within 1 month and clear 15K a month, retire on the beach. Okay. Our second best student is a mom of 2 young kids, and she did 4 deals within 1 month and clear 10K a month and retire after that as he scaled to 20 something property, making $500,000 a year. So there you go. You want to overachieve, sky's the limit. But once you do the work one time, you make money passively for a long time, right? So anyway, I'm gonna bring on some students here, book a free call with us if you haven't already. Bring on Candy right now, and then Desi getting ready. All right, all right. Candy, can you hear us? Unmute yourself. Okay, fantastic. Hey, Candy, how are you? Good to see you. Everybody give Candy a hand.
Hi, hello.
Hi.
Hello, Dr. Joe. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Mm.
Can you tell us what's your background and where you at and what were you doing before us?
Yes, I'm doing in the retail and then I'm doing in the like freelance. So sometimes the freelance kind of like very sometimes up and down, not stable. So I just trying to get into to this area. So I starting joining the class with Dr. Joe. And then I get into this few months ago. I think from last year, September. From last year September, and I starting get into this area, and then I kind of go things a little bit slow because I want to do things correctly, but like every single thing very little, like very detailed. So I just first start at the September, and then I get the unit. I got the unit after I think couple weeks, and then I starting with my company as the co-host and do all the service, the consultant co-host, and so when I get the unit, they starting from empty, like just they just a build new build. So I studying everything. It's like to get into the point, upload and all the platform. Then I get the client the chatting in November, February, no, like 1st November, and then they will go chat out on 1st of February. So
Fantastic.
they stay there 3 months,
Three
and then
months.
yeah, and then after I talked to you last time for meeting and asked them, and then they say they not going to stay because they come back in country or something like that, and then I'm trying to work in Lex
Nice.
client. Yeah.
Okay, so let's recap. You got in literally, in September. Took you a month
Yeah.
to really situate it and get your business going. And then
Okay.
literally you got your property, that
Mm.
booking from November to February. So congratulations on that. Very good job.
Yeah. Thank you.
So the question, how has the mentorship and the community helped you get your business started?
Yeah. So I first get into like I don't know anything about this area. I believe someone know, like, and then especially my English not so good, so I'm just like figured out a lot of things I need to learn and do research and everything. So I don't know some things. I ask Dr. Joe a few times for a private call, or sometime like most time I try to go more in the meeting. So it's just hear a lot of different people asking questions. So I learn from there too. So I'm trying to get more. I feel like never. The knowledge always need to be learned from each other, and never get enough things maybe come up, and like in the meeting, all the question out there. So I try to learn more and keep more knowledge about this area.
Yeah. And there's like you eliminate any excuses. Just to give you a little bit background, Candy is
Mm.
a single mom, right? Of amazing kids. But literally she's a single mom working a few jobs and she's able to do this on the side. So and look, her English not the best. So but she did it. She made it happen, right? So no excuses. That's what I
Yeah.
love about your story, right?
Thank
So
you.
do do you think you could have done it without our help by yourself?
Yeah, without that's like, because a lot of things, like for me it's a new, and then a lot of things I think is new to me. So it just yeah, learn a lot from there to put in the business, and especially this business have like a lot of opportunity to grow, but a lot of things need to have the people asking the question, how is the different situation, how, like something like that. So it's good to have a supporting and community to help with something you need help.
Yes. So how is the community been so supportive for you?
Yeah, it's a good. I like the meeting every week. If I have a time, mostly I want to go to hear, and then it's a good supporting. Like in the meeting, have a lot of people have a question and something. So I still learning a lot from there.
Awesome.
And then thank
So
you so much. Yeah, your help,
yes,
and then
yeah, absolutely.
answering.
So for people who are so busy, it's, oh, I don't have time and all that, and I'm sure you like got the most busy, right? You're a single mom working multiple jobs, raising two little kids. What do you tell people who are like, making those, I would say, excuses like, oh, I don't have time or I'm too busy?
Uh, for me, like because if you want to like learn, so like always have a lot of things to improving and learn from each other to be better, or to be get into like certain thing you want to be. So for me, like if you feel this, like your own, you feel this area have an opportunity, then you need to try to figure out how to solving the problem. Always come up with this and that, and then just as soon you want to, you have a, you think this area have, you like it, and you will growing, you will find a way.
Exactly. If there's a will, there's a way, right? So thank you, Candy. Appreciate you. God
Yeah,
bless
you're
you. Okay.
welcome.
We'll see
Thank
you.
you.
We'll see
God
you on the
bless you
class
too.
tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Take care.
Okay. See you.
Okay.
Take care.
All right.
Bye.
Desi.
Ciao, ciao.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Desi, come on in. Welcome, welcome. Uh, my team highlight her, bring her up and breathe, get some more lights. She's
Yeah, I'm in the.
another wonderful mom. Good to see you. Always on the run as well.
Yeah, I.
So,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
I'm
So
gonna.
tell us where you based and what's your background?
Uh,
What kind were you doing before us?
yes. I was an accountant and financial analyst, but then I've been stay home for 15 years, and then, but 3 years ago I got my first property.
Sorry, hold on, Desi, your video is cut out.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay,
Okay.
now it's no, wait, it was on just now.
I'm driving. I'm at the
Oh, you driving. Okay, be careful. Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. So then I recently 3 years ago I had my first Airbnb, and then but because of the condo regulation I can only do 30 days, and so I really despised the fact that I couldn't do short term, but then actually I really like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You
So
um I found you in September, I think August, and
uh-huh.
then I started to listen more about corporate housing. Before my client was just travel nurse, and then uh, but I think now the money is into corporate housing and insurance, because they cannot die down the COVID. After the COVID, the travel nurse doesn't really make money now. I think they
Mhm.
always
Yeah.
ask for discount. So
Yeah.
that's where I'm looking around for different type of clients. And yeah, I joined you in August, and I got my first rental arbitrage, 5 bedroom house. I rented for 4,000, and then and then before I was worried if I have to rent it one room by room, or and then but you encourage me to say that there is a market for this, and then I follow your suggestion, and I'm glad because that's I made a more I think my first one I made 6,000, and then the second one I mean 7, and now it's almost 8,000 right now, almost 2 times 2x. So yeah,
Yeah.
thank
Nice.
you, thank you, Dr.
Yeah.
Chow.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So, before us, I remember you came in with one deal that you were doing short term, and you were kind of, how long did you do that one deal for? I think it was like 6 years or something.
3 years.
3 years. Yeah, yeah. And then you couldn't. You have issue with expanding, right? And now,
Yes,
how many deals do you have now? After only being in for a few months.
I have currently 5 now. So
5 deals. Make it happen. Awesome. Great
yes,
job. All right. So
yeah,
3 years and you stuck at one deal, and and you're not really making that much profit either, right? So within a few months, now you 5x that, and last time I checked, you're now making more than what you would make if you work full time, right?
yes.
So now you have true freedom, right? How much time do you actually work in this business now?
Probably 5 hours a week. And then
Five
no,
hours a week.
it's just booking management on my phone or
That's
my laptop.
right. Good. Exactly. So you have location freedom too, right? You don't have to go and talk to them all the time, or you don't have to show up really much, right? So
Yeah,
5 hours a week, that's it. Okay.
yes. The initial setup always
Mhm.
the most time consuming, but after that
Mhm.
the setup done is very much automatic.
Yeah, exactly. Good. So how has our mentorship and community has helped you to accomplish this?
Yeah, I believe that community and accountability really play a big role. Before I was doing it by myself, I think it's gonna sometimes you get discouraged, and because nobody around me doing the same thing, so there's no
Mhm.
resources can go to, and then I think your program has very good resources and people that have done it before me, and so I learn a lot from all the recording the past.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, and then sometimes always question.
Mm-hmm. Good.
the,
Very good.
Um,
So what would you tell people who, on the fence, or they want to invest in themselves, but they are scared, and because of whatever, right? I know there's a
mm,
lot of uncertainty in the market, in the fear and doubt and all of that. What would you tell those people?
I would say that never stop investing in yourself, and there's always something new you can learn, and then what you don't know, right? But then that's why it's always good to just always have a perspective of curiosity, especially in this the industry. If you want to be expert, learn from the expert.
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. So yeah, I mean, keep in perspective, I like that, right? I mean, here's the thing. How long does it take for somebody to become an accountant or any professional career?
Yes, 4 year degree maybe.
Yeah. 4 year, right? And then you got to do another 4 years to use to even make any decent income, right? That's
Yes,
eight
yeah.
years total. Okay. And you still got to work a job for 40 hours, 50 hours a week, right? But here's what you've been, here's you did it for a few months and you replace a professional income, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
now
yeah.
you're working 5 hours a week. How do you feel?
Very good. Yeah, it's good. And I think the corporate housing also is sustainable because even though when inflation happen, probably people will cut their travel. But
Mhm.
for insurance or corporate housing relocation, people always need temporary housing, and then I think it's always there's a market for it.
Yes, yes, that's very true. Because of all the recession, all that, people, the first thing people cut is what? Their vacation. So that's why short-term rental is been going down like crazy, right?
Yeah.
But companies, they still got to show up for work. They still got to do the job. Or insurance families who going through a disaster, flood, hurricane, fire, right? They still need a place to home, and the
Ye-
insurance is paying, you see? So
Yes.
yeah. So what? Oh yeah. You have experience with short term too before, right?
Uh,
So what is the difference between the corporate clients and short term vacation clients?
I like this midterm um
Mhm.
type because there's a less turnover and then less operational expense. Like, when there's a next booking, you have to replenish in obviously all types of toiletries. I think those operational expenses really cut significantly, and
Mhm.
the turnover, which is like the cleaning fee, uh, and then just the time, to take care the product itself. So, but midterm, you have one booking for 3 months, 6 months. You just basically it's automatic.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Right. So that's awesome. Exactly. It's automatic and just coming in every month, right? You don't have to worry about it. So, and now you're gonna change the trajectory of your children as well, right? How old are your kids?
Old, they are 15, 12, and 5.
Nice, perfect timing, right? Our youngest student is a 15 years old. So bring them in, right? Bring them into the business. How would that change their life if you can show them this business and they make it happen in their teenage years?
Yeah, I will for sure. Uh, they will learn from their mom.
Right? So they don't have to trade their time to work for money anymore and actually live a life of, passion and purpose, right? So
Thank
fantastic. Awesome. Always good to have you, Desi. Great job. Congratulations.
you, Dr. Chow.
Thank you. Okay. Mhm. There you go, guys. Eliminate any excuses, right? I love talking with especially people who are so busy and have three, four, five, that's like three different jobs, three kids. I mean, come on, three teenager. Candy, I think have two teenager too, right? And then the other job is, you know, if Desi have to manage her husband. So there you go. I don't know how you guys do it. But anyway, that's why no excuses, right? So, and You know, you don't have to have any special skill. All you need, three things to look for is being coachable. You got to be coachable to work with us. If you're not coachable, I can't help you, right? And number two is having a positive attitude. You see how positive they are. Like, you know, they go at it every single day and they have the most, I'm sure they have more problems than I can imagine. Any of us can really imagine, right? So that's why positivity within the community is so important. No negativity allowed. The last thing we look for is being a giver. You know, they took the time there out of their time, their busy schedule, and pop on here and give back to you guys. So let's give them a hand one more time. Okay? That's the type of community that we have, and I love that. So anyway, for those of you who want to be a part of something special, have some lifelong relationship, also see if you qualify to be a part of this amazing community. Also be my mentee as well. I only have a few spots a month for being, you know, I'm very selective of who I mentor as well. You're welcome to book the call. If it's not a good fit for me, I'm going to tell you up front, you know, but I'm going to still give you an hour free of my time. So that way I can try to help you with whatever you need. Okay. A lot of it, most of it is mindset. Okay. And then the skill set. So for those of you who want to explore that, the link is in the chat right there. And we go from there. All right, let's answer some questions. iPhone 4 said insurance company, they in a rural area. Okay. So if it's very rural, it's probably not the best fit, but you can do it in other businesses, in other states, you know, in close by state, or you have the community where you partner up with people who are in you know, busy state or busy city, right? So that's why anything's possible. And the other thing, you never know, like one of our students, actually a couple of our students are in more smaller city, but then there's no competition, so they're like king of the hill. You know, they're literally like king of the hill. So that can work as well. Okay. Yeah, I would no, definitely not vacation rental if you're in a rural area. No. Okay. Oh, the fourplex, I promise to analyze that fourplex for GEHC here. Are you still on the line? You're probably in the chat here. So I can analyze that probably for you. Okay. While you do that, I'm gonna answer some other questions. Sarah said, Dr. Chau, what are the biggest problem you deal with or come across? Great question. You know, the biggest, probably what the biggest challenge is if you don't have the connections that we have built, it will be super hard to do this yourself when I was in the beginning, and definitely wasn't consistent. Um, so you know, you gotta take time to build those relationship. Okay. But because that we have built it already for you, and also the community of hundreds of our members, that's why it work, right? You're not doing it alone. And now you have, imagine hundreds of us running around for the past 10 years, you know, learning from each other, growing, and also, you know, develop relationship with company, collaborate, um, get the marketing, all of that. Every one of us, we help build a website too for each one of our students too. So you'll be professional from day one, right? It's a business, professional business in the box. So that's why it worked even for people with no experience like Candy or even Desi just have one property that she was just Airbnb out, you know. Other question, let's see. Yeah, if you have son, daughter, nieces, nephew, yeah. you know, with all of our students, that's how I give back is I give the whole family can come in and learn, right? You know, I'm sure you invest in the college or education fund, probably 100K or something, right? Why not invest in a real life business? Here's the crazy thing you think about. If you are doing W-2 and you don't have a business, you're paying way too much in taxes. I had a couple literally before this call, two income, paying like 50K a year in taxes for the past 20 years. That's $1 million. And if they invested that $1 million, they would have like 5 million now, or even 10 million for the last 10 years. You see, that's the intelligence. That's the thing you don't learn in school. Okay, you learn from real life successful people that literally travel all over the world to learn from. Okay, Kathleen, I mean, smaller city, the insurance rental would be good because not many. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we have the connections for these companies that you simply just connected with. List your properties, list your contact, and they'll reach out to you when they have the clients, right? And there's a lot of ways you can do this too. We have all the best practices in there. Okay. I guess is what's the name? I didn't get your name. The fourplex, GEHC. Are you still on? If not, then I'm not gonna analyze the property. So anyway, I don't think they're on, but hopefully they booked a call. On the last part here, I want to do a spatial exercise with you that will probably change your life. So just for the next 10 minutes here. That's it. Okay. So everybody put a hand on your heart. Okay. Deep breath. Slow down your breathing. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Breathe in again. Hold your breath. Breathe out. Now, imagine it's the end of this year, 2026, and you're still stuck in the same place with the same problem because you didn't do anything different. You didn't make the shift. What would happen to you and your family? Where were you gonna be? What is it about your current situation that you gotta wake up and say, no, enough is enough? Only you know the answer. And if you don't feel the pain, you're not gonna move. So I invite you to feel the pain now and actually make it happen once and for all for you and your family. Don't be like one of my longtime followers who's making great income, 200K a year, and we're very comfortable. And she always said, oh, I have another month. I do it next month, next day, whatever. 3 years go by, she's been following me. Now she finally booked a call after she have a illness. God bless her, but she couldn't work. She lost her job. And now she had to lose everything she worked for. All the 3 houses that she bought, it's all on mortgages. Had to go through foreclosure and all that. Don't be like that, guys. Okay. So, but the reality is, how much longer are you willing to put up with this? victim mentality, excuses, procrastination, all the stuff, the self-sabotage. How much longer are you willing to put up with this? 5 years? 10 years from now? Where are you gonna be? 20 years from now? What will your children say about you when you're not here anymore? You know, Desi and Candy here will change their children lives forever, and it's not about the money. It's about the skill set, the mindset, the community. Nobody can take that away from them. What they learn, what they experience, the deals they made, the passive income they made, and they can literally be free the rest of their life now. And to teach their children to be free. What would freedom worth for your children, for your grandkids, for your spouse, for your parents in their retirement days? What would that worth for you? Isn't it priceless? And then what are you willing to do to make that happen? Okay, for them and for you, right? Knock on wood, but what if you lose your job today, tomorrow? What are you gonna do? Right? Oh, it never happened to me, I'm secure, right? Really? Think again. Is there any more job security at all? Right? So how much longer are you willing to jeopardize your family, the security of you, your family, and their future because of the same stories that you've been telling yourself, the same excuses that you make for yourself? Oh, I don't have time. Oh, I don't have the funding. I don't have the money. Okay. We just show you two of the busiest moms in the world, working multiple jobs, and they still make it happen. And now you can't say that you don't know what to do anymore because we have all the answers for you, not just me, but hundreds of my members community, right? And then the funding, I just show you how to do zero money down strategy, and literally Desi did 5 of them deals. Zero money down. Candy too, you see? So what other excuses do you have? Bottom line is your fear. You fear that it's not gonna work. Right? You fear that you do all this and it disappoint you again. Okay. But is that serving you? Is that mindset serving you? Or is it all the mindset that you think Desi and Candy have so many fears as well? So many excuses that they can make. Oh, I have 3 teenager. I'm so busy, I can't even think straight. I gotta work multiple job. I'm a single mom. Right? Don't you think they have a lot of excuses they can use? What do you think they said? If you listen carefully, they said, hey, there's a will, there's a way. I'm gonna make it happen for my kids. Whatever the excuse that you are making right now should be the reason why you should take the next step, the leap of faith. Okay? Because without that, how's anything gonna change? How's anything gonna make, I mean, I'm not over here that we're gonna be all rah-rah and motivation, all of that, and no. I'll be real with you. It's gonna take some work in the beginning, right? It's not gonna be easy because it's changing the mindset, transforming your mind, your body, all of that. I promise you, once you do it, Desi and Candy are not the same person just a few months ago before they joined. Before they joined, they're like very limited. Like that's all they know. And this is my life all these years. That's where I'm gonna be. That's where I'm gonna end up. My kid's gonna be working slave for another 40, 50 years again. There's really not much else after that. Right? But now they have freedom. Now their kids will have freedom for the rest of their life. Now think the other side is if you take the action, you step out in faith, you have the courage, you overcome your inner demons, all of that, all your excuses, you crush it, and you make it happen. And now imagine you make it happen, and it's the end of 2026. And now you have several houses make you six-figure income, whatever that number is for you. Put it in there. Give thanks as if you already made it happen. How do you know? Here's a question for you. Do you believe that you are sons and daughters of God, of Heavenly Father, right? I do. Do you believe that Heavenly Father is the owner of everything, the whole universe, right? I do. How about you? If you believe that, if he's on the whole universe, couldn't he give you measly a few $100,000 a year passively so you can take care of your family if you do all the work, right? Of course, right? And if you can see all these hundreds of other people that have done it, even with broken English, have done it, why can't you? Right? Why can't you and why can't now? Right? So what other excuses do we got? You see? So imagine that changing their life 5 years from now. What are you gonna say about you? 10 years from now, what are your kids gonna remember you by? Desi kids and Candy Kid are gonna be like, oh, my mom, she's my hero. You know, she had to work multiple jobs to support me, but she still built a side business and now replaced the income and now got freedom. And I did a couple of these deals. Now I have 10 houses actually. And I'm only like 18. I don't have to work the rest of my life. You see? Now I can do bigger, better things like serve missions, go to Africa, feed the homeless or something. Doesn't matter what they want to do, but now they have freedom. That's the most important part, right? Now, what would that mean for you? So the last thing is imagine on your deathbed, right? Which version of yourself are you gonna be? The one who make excuses, oh, it's too good to be true. It's good for other people, like Destiny and Candy can do it, but it's not good for me, making all the excuses. And then you pass and nobody really like remember you or talk about you. What kind of legacy you leave for your kids? Or the other version is, hey, my grandma, my grandpa did amazing. And now because of that, I'm so grateful. And they share the story, how you started that fateful day in January 27 on 2026, right? And that, or January 28th, whatever day it was. You took the step of faith and you made it happen once for all for you and your family. And now they can brag about you as their grandpa and their grandma. And now they live in a mansion travel around the world and do foundation work and hosting gala to raise money for their foundations, for your foundations. You see, which version do you want to be? You're at a crossroad. Tonight's the night. When would now be the best time to decide your future? Or are you just gonna put it off again? Oh, I do it tomorrow. Let me think about it. Let me do more research. Let me do more due diligence, analysis paralysis. Let me make sure all my ducks is in a row. Okay. And the year go by, 2 years go by, then boom, life happened. Happened to all of us. Somebody in your family has cancer. That's like half of the stories I hear. Right? Now you don't have the funds to take care of them. Don't have the freedom to go and just take 3 months off and take care of them on their last days. How do you feel? You see? Or boom, you lose your job. Or your business. Things happen. We want to prepare now for those rainy days or those storms, right? And when you want to have a band of wonderful brothers and sisters that will band, lock arms together and weather you through the storm, right? I can tell you, if Desi and Candy made a lifelong relationship, they have an issue. Our amazing community will always be there for them. I will always be there for them, right? I will always pick up. And the best amazing community will always help them as well. Wouldn't that be much better than trying to do all this by yourself? So let's count down and then let's celebrate your rebirth. Today is the day. What if all your dreams can come true now and celebrate as if you already have it? Give thanks to God already have it for you. He already done it. You know, you already got saved by Jesus Christ, right? That's what I believe, whatever your belief is. But I definitely believe that we wasn't here by accident, by just a big bang, and accidentally we've turned from monkey into us. And there's still thousands of monkeys walking around. So somehow we become 1,000 times smarter and 1,000 times more moral standards and all of that. It's up to you. Like, that's just insanity. That's absurdity. Okay. What if you can believe that, hey, there is a God? His abundance. Everything belongs to the Father, belongs to me. And I'm his son, I'm his daughter. So why can't I have easily a few 100,000 a year passive income and live a life of freedom? You think you want your kids to live a life of bondage or freedom? What do you think Heavenly Father want us to live by? You see? So let's celebrate. Let's count 10 down to 1 and celebrate like you celebrate the New Year's. Bring that same energy and now celebrate the new you 10 times. Wouldn't it make sense to celebrate the new you 10 times more than you celebrate the new year? Right? So let's make it happen, guys. Count down with me. Say, I am premium. 10, 9, I'll make it happen. 8, if it's up to B, it's going to be up to me. 7, okay? God is almighty. He will raise you up. 6, community is always stronger than individual. 5, mentorship is the key to freedom. 4, passive income trump any active income any day. 3, corporate housing is the way, man. That's it. 2, no more excuses. Make things happen. 1, you are the one. You are the one. All right, let's celebrate. Yes, yes, yes. Woo! Make it happen, guys. Good job. I'm proud of you. Okay. For those of you who haven't booked a call, what are you waiting for? Book the call. I'd love to help you. Click on the link right now. Last call, last chance. I'd love to help you and make this year to be your best year ever. Okay. So take care, guys. God bless. And hope you really got some amazing things out of this. Change your life forever. Take care, guys. Bye-bye. Good night.
Night.